Good afternoon. I been wanting to do this video, so I'm hoping this video will help some of you that are out there watching this. I want to say excuse me first. I'm all sweaty. I just finished a run. I actually hardly slept last night, and I'm surprised that I was able to get 4 miles in. But what I wanted to talk to you guys about is I know that a lot of people are experiencing job loss today. Or whether you're going to experience one soon or in the near future, and that's what I wanted to talk about. Because I lost my job in April on my 59th birthday. Happy birthday! I got called into the office, and I won't even get to the reasons because I was never told the reason why. It was my last day. But anyway, that's not what I want to talk about. So, a job loss could be very, very devastating to some people. Some people actually take it to almost to the extent of losing a loved one. But I know that it's hard, and for some people, it can be very, very hard financially. I thank God that's not the case for me. But I found myself in a situation where, okay, I'm 59. I wasn't planning on retiring yet. I was hoping to retire by the time I'm 62, but so, the Lord kind of forced it on me. So now I want to use that in relation to losing the job that you weren't expecting to lose or that you couldn't, God forbid, afford to lose. And I know a lot of people. I've read a lot about this. I've watched a lot of videos. And first I want to say that I'm not a psychologist, I'm not a psychiatrist, so I'm not here to give you, any kind of professional help. But I did work in management for 37 years, and I did a lot of hiring, and I also did a lot of firing. And it's hard. It's really hard to let somebody go. But unfortunately, that's the nature of life. Sometimes, you let an employee go because they were a bad employee, or sometimes you let it go because of, financial situation within the company. So I remember when I was young, in my mid to late 20s, and I had been managing already for, I started managing when I was young, 19. I was managing for almost 10 years. And I remember when the company I was working for at the time, we used to have some seasonal periods where we got really, really busy, and we'd hire extra people, and then after 3 or 4 months, we'd let them go. And some of these people, the majority of the people that worked in this warehouse were like, lower income people who were just struggling to get by. But unfortunately, we couldn't, give charity. We couldn't just keep them just for the sake of keeping them. We needed to, have some business coming in, some income. And there came times where we let them go. And I remember I used to think to myself how bad it was when I used to tell these people that, today is the last day. And I used to think to myself, oh my Lord, if I'm in that situation, how would I handle it? I think I would die if I lost my job. I think I would, that's what I used to think. But then I would drive around town, and I would see these people walking in the streets, smiling, laughing, and if they see me, they even come over and greet me, and they would be all smiling, and I'm like, wait a minute, it wasn't the end of the world for them. It wasn't devastation. And so I always use that as a teaching tool for me, that if I ever got to that point where I lost my job, I remember these people who on their resume, were nothing compared to mine in regards to experience, education, things like that. So it would be harder for them to find employment. But I would remember these people, and I would use that as a reminder that, hey, if you lose your job, it's not the end of the world. Listen, I don't know what your situation is right now financially, but look at people that you've known throughout your life that have lost a job. We've all known somebody. And later on, they're probably better off because they found something better, or they survived. They didn't die. And losing a job it's just a job. It's not the end of the world. And yeah, it might become financially hard for you at the moment. You can't find anything, and you might have to live more frugally. You might have to give up some things. And you might say, well, I don't have much to give up. Well, you have some things to give up. But the one thing that I want to share with you guys is this, that the worst thing you can do when you lose your job is sit at home and have a pity party and feel sorry for yourself and just lay in bed and don't even want to move. And I've read of people who just lay in their bed for weeks and months and close their blinds and like they just lock themselves in like in the cave. Mentally, that's the worst thing that you could do. So I encourage you, if you lose your job, find something to keep you busy. Yes, obviously you need to go out there, hit the streets, send resumes out, look for a job, whatever. It might not be the job that you want to have, but at least find something temporary, even if it's only a part-time job, something to sustain you. But even if you don't find that, find something, a hobby, something that you like, and dive into it. Who knows? I've read and I've seen videos of many people who lost their jobs and their hobby became a career for them. They just didn't know it. They were so stuck in their 9 to 5 that they were fearful of letting that go and trying something new. The Lord might be opening a new door for you. It might be something. He might be calling you out of that place to put you somewhere better. But the worst thing you could do is just sit at home and do nothing and just feel sorry for yourself. And I pray that there are family members who can help you through this time as you try to get back on your feet. And I pray that there are family members that can support you and help you. And there's a lot of resources out there. There's a lot of resources. And I know, I'm okay. I'm well off, financially and everything. But and it's probably easy for me to say this, but I try to understand what you might be going through. But I want to encourage you. Go to the gym. If you don't have money to join the gym because you lost your job, go to the park. That's where I am right now. I just finished a run. Go to the park. This park has a lot of beautiful steps, and you can go up and down the steps, and there's always something you can do, okay? But don't sit at home, even when it's cold, because people use the winter as an excuse to just lock themselves in the house. Even when it's cold, go out there and, just walk, dress up, bundle up. I find that sometimes the best time to go out for a walk or a run is when it's colder, chillier. But that might not be you. But I encourage you, do not sit at home. Do not just feel sorry for yourself, okay? If you like reading, go outside, go to the park, sit in your car, read. Don't stay home. It's the worst thing you could do. Anyway, I hope this video helps you in whatever way possible. And, that I encourage you to remind you that a job is just a job. It's not your life. It's not who you are. God bless you.